Join me today as I bring some autumn magic to the kitchen. Everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Joe. Thanks for stopping by today. It's much appreciated, and we will be continuing in our fall 2025 series. This, I believe, is part 8. In case you missed the rest of those parts, there are 7 other parts out there. This year I've been doing, I started the season by creating various looks for the same area. I did 4 different looks in the dining room. I did a couple of different looks here in the foyer. And then I just finished a fruit and colorful leaf topiary in the music room. So if you haven't gotten a chance to check those out, I appreciate it. If you do, I think you will enjoy them. So in today's video, I'm going to be creating a little something in the kitchen. Now this year, my big thing is, well, number one is I'm only using things that I have. That's it. I'm not buying anything, not one thing I've bought for fall this year. And I'm only putting out some of the usual amount of things that I put out for fall, because I don't leave it really up that long, because I start Christmas really early. This year, my goal was to create a statement piece in each room. Rather than putting a lot of stuff all over the place, I've kind of consolidated it and tried to make statement pieces. Like here in the foyer, this big statement piece right here behind me, in the dining room on the table, like I said, that topiary and so on. And today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making a statement piece on the mantle that's over the stove. Now, I know I'm lucky that I have that mantle over the stove. That was the one thing that I requested when we redid the kitchen. Marianne designed the kitchen with a professional designer, and that was my only request, that I wanted a mantle over the stove. My dream has always been to have a fireplace in the kitchen. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I don't know if we're going to, ever move from this house, or if I'm going to be around to do that. But that has always been something that I really wanted. So that kind of fulfills that, partially for me, having that mantle over the stove. So I have to be really careful, because Marianne is a cook and she does not like things in her kitchen, and she doesn't like things in her way in her kitchen. So this mantle is, like I said, above the stove. I have to be careful that nothing sheds, onto the stove or onto the floor in that area. So the things that I'm doing there in this video, you'll see is, stuff that is kind of non-shedding. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be using something I've done in this series already. I'm using neutrals and coppers. Now, within today's video, you'll see stop points that you will be able to say, oh yeah, I could do that, I could live with that. Or when I add on, oh yeah, I could do that, or I live with that. And when the finished product is there, is, yeah, well, no, maybe not, that's too much for me, but maybe, So like always, take from this what is appropriate for you. And, you might want to, it might just inspire you to go off on your own tangent, and it might inspire you to try to recreate what you're saying. My big thing always is, don't be predictable. Always think a little bit outside the box, and it'll make you as the artist much more satisfied. Okay, everybody, stay tuned for this video. I hope you enjoy it. Please don't forget, subscribe. You don't want to miss anything I'm doing for fall and for Christmas. Drop me a comment. I love hearing from you. And a thumbs up will help get my videos out there. All right, everybody, here we go. All right, so let's create something here on the mantle in the kitchen above the stove. Something that is, I'm going to go with more of a neutral kind of look first, and then I'm going to add a dash of color into it. This is the perfect place to use the pool noodle trick. Just slit down the one side and it slips right over the edge of the mantle like that. Okay, and now I can use it to just stick things into. All right, so here we go. I'm going to use the neutral decor leaves and elements once again. And I use this, if you remember, I used this as one of my arrangements in the dining room. I also did an arrangement in the entry foyer using this. So just by doing that, that should show you that the things that you have are very versatile. You can use them in different areas and different places without going out and spending more money. Just by putting it somewhere else, it gives a totally different look. So first things first, I'm going to put these into the noodle. So I got the leaves in the noodle, and you know what? You could absolutely leave it just like that. If you didn't want an overabundance of stuff, that's fine, just like that. I'm using toothpicks, and then it goes into the pumpkin, and then that goes into the pool noodle. That's what holds it in place. And I'm building from side to side. I put that one over on the left, then I went over there and I put that one on the right. Then I came over here and I put that one and then the one on the right. And I kind of angled them different ways to make it look more organic. Next in are these cream colored with the crackled gold. And those I have more like in the center. And again, you could end it right here. It would be absolutely fine. Okay, so there's a look for you, but I want to add color here. I'm going to add copper into this mix. I'm going to put 2 of these beautiful copper colored mercury glass vases up there. Okay, so let's see what I got. I have some copper vessels that I think I'm going to try to squeeze up there. I have some copper picks. And I have some copper pumpkins. So let's see what I'm going to put up there. I put the copper pail in the middle. And then I put a round copper dish back there. Whatever you call that. It's not really a dish. And another copper thing there. I had or have 6 of these picks. So rather than disperse them throughout the piece, because it wouldn't be enough, I chose to clump 3 of them at each end. Just like that. Next, I added in these beautiful copper pumpkins. Look how beautiful they are against the white. It looks really nice. Next, I randomly placed these mini copper pumpkins in, trying to do it as organic as I possibly could. And as always, I go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, so let's take a look at the finished product.